I am 100% making this video for selfish reasons. Ariana Grande is my favorite artist of all time, and unfortunately, I lost the Ariana Grande ticket war.
It's a sore subject, and honestly, I don't want to talk about it.
However, in my delusional brain, I think that if I make a video about Ariana, maybe her team will see how big a fan I am, and at a very minimum, give me another chance to buy a ticket. Anyways, so today we're going to be creating Sims inspired by Ariana Grande's albums. In The Sims 4, obviously. So clearly we are here in Create a Sim. And before everyone gets up in armed asking if I'm gonna do Cat Valentine and Glinda, well, I will be making a second video for my YouTube members and on the Patreon, recreating them. So if you'd like to see me recreate them, hop on over there. But today we're going to be doing Ariana Grande's 7 albums today, starting with her debut album, Yours Truly. Now, instead of telling you a little bit about each album like I normally do, because I've already created our sim here, I'm just going to be using the same base for every single sim we create today, which is our Ariana Grande look-alike sim. Does she fully look like Ariana Grande? No. I never claimed to be able to do face recreations, okay? This is what we got. The Discord said it was good. So, anywhoosies. Instead of telling you about the album, I will just be telling you my favorite song off each of the albums. There are some absolute bangers on this album. Okay, I gotta shout out my past self, and as a child, I absolutely adored the Popular song by Ariana Grande and Mika, so I think I'm gonna go with that one. Honorable mentions, though, Almost Is Never Enough, Baby I, pretty much every song on this album is an honorable mention, but we'll say Popular song is my favorite off this album. This album came out in 2013, and I would say that Ariana Grande's fashion is very, very 2013 core. Now, it's gonna be hard to base her look off of the album cover, seeing as we can barely see any of her outfit, and it's in black and white. But I'm gonna be basing her makeup off of this photo here of her holding her album because I think it is just such a cute photo. So starting off with hair, Miss Ponytail is obviously sporting her ponytail. She's got this kind of like half up, half down situation in curls. Now, I tried looking up Ariana Grande custom content because I was like, surely somebody has made stuff like this. And there's a couple of things, obviously, but honestly, for the most part, a lot of it looked really scary realistic. Like, I don't know if my editor wants to go down that rabbit hole and look up a couple of the photos, but I was genuinely like, what? I've never seen custom content like this before, so I didn't download that much. We're gonna hope for the best. But starting off, I feel like this hairstyle is pretty much what she has. Her ponytail in the back is just a little bit lower than this, but I feel like it captures the vibe that we're going for. Her hair is kind of like a orangey brown color. I wonder if I have like something that I can ombre this hairstyle with, because if I can, that would be perfect, because it's very clear to me that her ends are lighter than her roots in this style. So
2 seconds later.
I cannot find anything to ombre this hair, unfortunately, but I think this hair color is pretty good. Moving on to makeup, I did notice that Ariana's eyebrows are pretty much similar to how she has now. They're a little bit longer, so maybe I'll like elongate them, but she's always had very straight eyebrows with like a smaller arch and smaller tail. I also noticed that her eyebrows are kind of like a gray color in this. I think maybe that wasn't the most purposeful thing, so I'll keep them this kind of brownish color. Moving on to makeup, looks like Ariana is wearing pretty minimal makeup here. It looks like to me that she is wearing like a little bit of a pink eyeshadow just on the top lid. It doesn't really have that much dimension in it. I just want like a flat color. Okay, wait, I feel like I could work with this. Okay. And it looks like she has a teeny tiny little like baby wing on, kind of like so. As for lashes, they look pretty natural. It kind of just looks like she's wearing some mascara. So I'm just gonna go with these lashes here. For lips, it looks like she's wearing a baby pink matte lipstick. Maybe a little bit more mauve-y rather than baby pink. Okay, I think this lipstick works. I think I'm gonna change something in the skin details. When I created this sim, I was referencing it off of a photo of recent Ariana, and so I was just gonna use the same one for all of them. So I added a little bit of like deeper set smile lines. Like she has these gorgeous deep set smile lines and obviously her dimples. But since she is much younger here, I think that we should just do the dimples. Cute. I'm unsure if Ariana is wearing any blush, and if she is, it's like very light. So I'm just gonna put on a very, very light blush. I also think the skin details are a little bit too dark still. As for jewelry, it looks like Ariana is just wearing a little pearl earring, which I have right here. Perfect. it. And I think that's gonna be the Yours Truly face all complete. Creating these album-based looks is half the fun. And that's why I got obsessed with Animula Nook, where you can style your character, decorate your space, and basically live out a cozy fantasy life. Animula Nook is a cozy fantasy life simulation game. Shrink to a tiny size and explore a world where ordinary houseplants turn into lush, resource-rich forests, where you'll find and collect materials such as sunlight, raindrops, forgotten scents, and more. Build with everyday objects, like turning milk cartons into homes and teacups into cute cafes. As a build girly myself, you know this game already has my heart with all of its customizable features. You will also befriend the tiny folk and learn more about them as your relationship grows. And of course, you know I wouldn't be sold on a game unless there was character customization. And Animula Nook knocks this out of the park. Look how stinking cute these characters are. The creators of Animula Nook have even utilized Pixar-like rendering technology to aim to create the most perfect cartoon characters for a more dreamlike miniature world. Last but not least, you can bring your ideas to life with intuitive tools to make creativity effortless, like sketching blueprints for builds. You can discover all this and more by wishlisting Animula Nook at the link in my description. The release date has not been announced yet, but by wishlisting it, you will be notified as soon as the game is available for purchase. And I don't know about you, but I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. Thank you so much, Animula Nook, for sponsoring today's video, and a huge thank you to you all for watching, as without you, I wouldn't get sponsors like these. Now let's skip back to the video. Moving on to the outfit. So we could do one of two things. We could recreate the outfit off of this album cover here, which was like an alternate album cover that her and her label were thinking of doing. But I think I want to recreate this outfit that she's wearing in the photo that I'm referencing, because this to me feels so 2013 Ariana, like the little baby top, the baby pink skirt, very girly, very cutesy. I feel like this is very her. So first let's look for a little white top. The one that she's wearing looks like it's pretty high up and just has like little straps. It's kind of hard to see if it has straps or not because her hair is always covering her shoulders, but I'm gonna assume that it has straps, and it's quite cropped because her skirt also comes up really high. I feel like this top is the most similar. Moving on to bottoms, I think it's a baby pink skirt. I'm not entirely sure. In some photos it looks like it's purple, in some photos it looks like it's pink, but I'm seeing a lot of pink in the Yours Truly era, so I think I'm gonna go for a pink skirt. Is it called a skater skirt? I feel like that's what I called it, but I don't know if that's actually the term for it, but it's basically just like a baby pink skater skirt, if that's the word that we're using. I mean, that's pretty much the skirt. As for shoes, it looks like she's wearing a pair of heels, and they're kind of like, I would say, are they called pumps? I don't know, I don't wear heels, but I think they're called pumps. Kind of like this. I don't know if I love the color of these though. Well, actually hers are like a nude. I feel like hers are taller though. She's always worn like pretty tall heels. I feel like these ones make the most sense. Also, I can see in some shots that she is wearing a little bit more jewelry than I originally thought. So I am going to give her some bracelets. Okay, cute. And I can see in a couple of photos that she has her nails painted. And this one photo that I can see here, her nails are painted red. So I'm gonna paint her nails red. And it also looks like she's wearing a little necklace. I can't really see very well what's on the necklace. It just looks like a little pendant necklace, and it's very dainty. I'm gonna go with this little cute gold pearl necklace. I mean, I have her wearing pearl earrings. She has a pearl bracelet on, so I feel like it just is fitting. And with that, this is gonna be our Yours Truly Ariana Grande album sim. I feel like I did a pretty good job. I feel like this fit is definitely very Yours Truly coded. Let's move on to our next album, which is going to be My Everything. A lot of good songs on My Everything as well. I think my favorite song of this album is Be My Baby, featuring Cashmere Cat. Honorable mention, Best Mistake. This era, Ariana does admittedly look pretty similar to the last era. However, this era was when she got really into being Miss Ponytail. Like, she got rid of the little swoop that she was doing in the first era. And also, I mean, we can't not talk about this album and not talk about the iconic stool thing. I remember when this album came out and everyone could not figure out how she was sitting like this. And still to this day, it's a mystery. Ariana, how are you sitting on the stool like that? But for this hairstyle, we just need a simple, I think it's a half up, half down. Yeah, it is. It just blends really well together. Luckily, the same creator that made the hair that we used last time also has a hair like so. I really wish we were able to do a little ombre though. That's the only thing that's bothering me. Maybe I'll have more luck being able to get one of the ombres to work. For this, I feel like her hair was a little bit darker maybe. I would love to do it like this color and then have ombre. I really hope I can find something that works. For some reason, this creator creator has created this hair with an ombre and this hair with an ombre, but not this hair. So I guess this is what we've got. Moving on to Ariana's makeup for this era. Since I kind of want to base it off of the album cover, I'm going to base her makeup off of this photo specifically. Starting with eyes, it looks like to me like she has some sort of like brown eyeshadow on her eyes. I'm going to go with this eyeshadow here. I also do think she has another little like baby eyeliner wing on, like so. As for lashes, it does look like her lashes are a bit thicker in some photos. In the album though, it doesn't really look like she's wearing that thick of a lash. So I'm going to keep it natural again. And it looks like to me that she's been wearing, in this photo specifically, she is wearing a very light lipstick that's very glossy. I think I'm going to go with this one from the new Essential Glam kit because I feel like it just is quite fitting. I'm seeing like almost no blush in like all of these photos. So I don't think I'm going to give her any. In the actual album cover, I don't think she's wearing any earrings or any jewelry at all. So I guess this is going to be our My Everything face all complete. Let's move on to the outfit. In this area, Ariana's outfits changed from being very light to a little bit darker. She's seen wearing a lot more black, more silver, but I'm going to shoot for something that looks similar to the outfit that she's wearing on the cover of My Everything, which honestly kind of, in my opinion, gives a similar vibe to yours truly. It's just in black. She's wearing like a little black tight top with, I think they're like frilly shorts instead of a skirt. First, let's find us a top. Once again, the top is very cropped because the skirt is very high up. I like this top here, even though the straps are a little bit thicker. I like the bodice of it, so I think I'm gonna go with that. And as for the bottoms, I have a pair in mind, but maybe I'll find something better. Honestly, I feel like this could be a good bottom. Ooh, but I do like this. I don't love that the blacks don't entirely match though. Let's see, maybe I can find a better top. Oh, you know what? This top actually works perfect. Let's go with that. Like I said, not really wearing any jewelry as far as I can see, but she is wearing a pair of white pointy heels this time. Different than the last time where they were pumps, which is I don't know. I could look this up. This definitely could be a Google search, but let me know in the comments down below. Is the difference between a pump and a regular heel how the front of the shoe looks? Like whether it's round or pointy? Let me know. I'm gonna go with these heels here. As for nails, I don't really see much. In the photo that I referenced for her makeup, she has like her nails painted pink, so maybe we'll go with that. And to really finish off this look, I feel like something that was a big part of this era for Ariana Grande was the cat ears. I see them in a lot of the photos here that I'm looking at, and I just feel like it's necessary to add them. And you know, to put my little creative spin on it, I am also going to give her some jewelry because I feel like she looks kind of naked in the ear and neck area. I'm gonna do a little pearl. I feel like that's cute. And you know, we'll leave her with no necklace. But with that, this is going to be our My Everything sim all complete. Hey besties, I'm just popping in here to kindly ask you to use code Ryeua sim next time you're going to be purchasing anything Sims from the EA app, as I receive a small commission when you do so. Moving on to the next album, which I feel like is a very popular album amongst the fans, which is Dangerous Woman. And my favorite song off of Dangerous Woman is probably Moonlight or Greedy or Thinking About You. Those are all good ones. Maybe we'll say Moonlight. Let Me Love You though is also a banger. Okay, I gotta stop. There's too many bangers. I just love all of Ariana Grande songs. Starting with Ariana's hair from this era, it's very similar to the My Everything era, but instead of it being curly, it's straight. Hopefully this doesn't prove difficult for us. I think I might go with this hairstyle here. I know that hers is probably a slick back, but she does have the Dangerous Woman mask on, which we obviously will have something like that. So I think it's gonna cover that anyways. So I'm not too bothered by it. Her eyebrows also, like weirdly enough, have a little bit more of an arch to them in this era. Probably because that was just what was trendy then. So I'm just gonna make them a little bit longer and a little bit more arched looking. As for her makeup, in the Dangerous Woman album cover, it's in black and white, but there are some photos of it that are in color. And it looks like she has kind of like a brown, black, smoky eye going on. I think this one from the new Essential Glam kit is perfect. Let's also do some eyeliner. I think I'm gonna do something a little bit more grand, but just on the upper eyelid. I think I'm gonna go for this one here. A little bit of just a sharp cat eye. And I can definitely see that her lashes are quite a bit thicker in this look. So I think I'm gonna go with this lash here. As for the rest of her face, like I said, it's covered pretty much mostly by the mask. I am gonna give her a lippy. Her lip kind of looks like this color, so that's what I'm gonna go with. Now, I feel like it's time we add the mask. I have two options. I haven't seen either of them in game. Don't know how either of them are gonna look. Let's hope that they look good though. My original thought for the mask was that I would just draw it on myself, but then I realized that it wouldn't cover her hair, so then it would look a little wonky. So I scoured the internet for a mask. So we've got this one that's so promising. Clearly already it's what is even going on. Thank God I have two. I have to clean my CC folder so bad. I have so much custom content in here from videos and it's so just hard to look through all of it. I was looking for it. Apparently it's in the category right bracelet. Okay. I don't mind that. I feel like it actually looks pretty okay. It's got the shiny latex vibe that we're looking for. Yeah. You know, I like it. And lastly, she's wearing a necklace. I think it's like a bunch of crystals. It's a very thick, chunky necklace. It kind of looks like this here, so I think that's what I'm gonna go with. And I think that's gonna be our dangerous woman face all complete. Let's move on to the outfit. There are pictures of her in this outfit. It looks like she's kind of wearing like a pretty short, like latex or like leather looking dress. Let me see, maybe I can find something in our dresses that is kind of similar. A lot of the photos that I'm looking at, she is crouched over. It looks like there's like different shoots. Like I think they did this like multiple times. So there's like some where she's wearing a full latex bodysuit with latex gloves. But in the actual album cover, it seems like she's wearing a little bit more lace. So I think I'm gonna go for that more like shiny, not quite latex, but with accents of lace vibe, if that makes sense. Not finding anything in full body, honestly, so I think we're gonna have to piece two things together, which I'm totally fine with. I do like this top, so maybe we could keep it as the contestant. Ooh, this one too. I don't really love the way that the cups look on this though, but another contestant. Oh, this shirt here is like perfect. Okay, let's try and find a bottom that'll connect to it to make it kind of look like a dress. I kind of want to go with these shorts. I don't think it's a skirt. Like I think it's like a kind of like a lingerie bodysuit or something that she's wearing. Maybe with that in mind, I can find something in full body instead of looking for a dress. I don't know. Okay, after some deliberation, I think I've decided on this as the outfit. I used this base game top and these shorts to kind of create a bodysuit because I'm pretty sure that's what she's wearing. Let's give her some lacy tights, as that's what I'm seeing in some of the photos where she's like crouched down. It's really bugging me that it's going over her shorts. Well, that's gonna piss me off. Oh, you know what? These work. We'll go with these little glittery shorts. As for shoes, it looks like she's wearing some sort of like strappy heel pump. I'm gonna go with these ones here. I think her nails are painted white, so I'm gonna give her some white nails. She's also wearing little lacy gloves, which I'm gonna do these ones. I don't know, I kind of want ones that are gonna match. Okay, we've got this together. That works. And with that, I think that's gonna be our Ariana Grande Dangerous Woman sim all complete. I think it turned out really cute. Let's move on to our next sim here, which is gonna be for the Sweetener album. I'm really excited to do this sim. My favorite song off Sweetener. Controversial, but probably Pete Davidson. That song's a bop. What can I say? God is a Woman. Also a good one, an amazing one. This era is very different than a lot of the ones that we've done so far, as Ariana completely changed her hairstyle for the Sweetener era, and she had bright white silvery hair, which was such a slay, honestly. There's this interview, I think it's like the Finish the Lyric interview, where she has her hair white and it's down, and she has like almost never looked better, even though she looks gorgeous always, but this is like one of my favorite looks of hers. We're gonna be basing her makeup off of the Sweetener cover. So we are looking for a slick ponytail that is white. I downloaded a hair and I don't know if I like it. It is giving alpha a little bit, but I feel like it actually doesn't look that alpha. Like maybe the ends, but like I feel like it's really not that bad. I don't know. I'm gonna let it grow on me and see how I feel about it. As for the rest of Ariana's face, her brows are an even lighter brown. So I'm gonna make them a lighter brown color. Her makeup is looking very light. She is wearing a nice bold lash, but it doesn't really look like she's wearing much on the lids. And if she is, maybe we could do like a little fun, like sparkly. Yeah, maybe it does look like she's wearing like a little bit of a champagne-y color on her lids. Let's go with that. That's pretty. I think I'm gonna go for this lash for this look, because it kind of looks like she's wearing a pretty wispy lash. It does, to me, look like she's wearing a little bit of like a highlighter or something. So I think I'm gonna put this highlighter on her from the new Essential Glam kit in this shade. As for lips, it looks like she is wearing a very almost nude gloss. I think I'm gonna go with that. It's not looking like to me that she's wearing any blush, so I don't think I'm gonna do any blush. And she's not wearing any earrings or any jewelry. Maybe I'll decide to add something later, but for now, this is gonna be our Sweetener face all complete. Let's move on to the outfit. Now, to me, it looks like Ariana is just wearing a nude bodysuit, but it does look like she has like a denim jacket draped over her. So I added this jean jacket and this undershirt, which is definitely a little different than the one that she's wearing. Hers is definitely a bodysuit, but I can't do a bodysuit. But I know that we do have a matching bottom for this. Okay. And she's not wearing shoes. Her toenails are painted white, so we could do her toenails painted and then maybe I'll paint her nails the same color. Oh, and it does look like in some promotional material, she does have some earrings in, so I am gonna give her a little earring. I'm gonna give her these little silver flowers. But with that, I think this is gonna be our Sweetener sim all complete. I think it looks great. Moving on to one of my favorite albums, which is Thank You Next. Thank You Next was probably when I started really getting into Ariana Grande's music. I don't know what spoke to me about the Thank You Next era, but something did. My favorite song off Thank You Next, and probably my favorite song of all time by Ariana Grande, is Ghostin'. Honorable mention though, Needy for sure. For this album specifically, I don't want to recreate the album cover simply because I fear it is kind of similar to Dangerous Woman, other than the fact that she's wearing black lipstick. And also, like, not to be rude to Thank You Next, but I feel like it just simply doesn't encapsulate the album in my opinion. I'm gonna base this sim off of this look here specifically from the Thank You Next music video. I love it. I feel like it's very Barbie, and I didn't want to do the Regina George because then I would just be dressing her up as Regina George, right? So starting off with hair, I did download a special hair for this, of course. How perfect is this? It's the exact hair. And I think for this one, we do actually have an ombre for it. Perfect. Moving on to makeup, Ariana is wearing a very bold makeup look here. She has a very big smoky eye. I kind of want to go for something like this, or maybe this. It's even longer than that though. She has a very long wing on. I think I'm gonna go for this wing, and then she has a very smoky, bronzy eye look on as well. I think I'm gonna go for this one here from the Essential Glam Kit, and let's give her some nice big lashes. I'm gonna go with these lashes here. As for the rest of her makeup, she is wearing, in this look specifically, a bright Barbie lip, kind of like this. Okay, cute. Added a little bit more makeup, and I think I'm happy with this now. Let's give her some earrings. It looks like she's wearing like little silver studs, so I am just gonna give her some little silver studs. As for the rest of this outfit, she is wearing all pink. I would love to put a pair of sunglasses on her head as well though. Perfect. But moving on to outfit, she is wearing a hot pink jacket, hot pink skirt, and pink pumps. I feel like this top is pretty perfect. I'm just gonna change the top to the same color as the jacket. And now let's find her a pink skirt to go with. The skirt that she's wearing does have a zipper down the front of it, so I think I'm gonna go with this. And as for the shoes, she's wearing a pair of pink pumps. Oh, these are perfect. I'm gonna give her some French tip nails, and that's gonna be it for our Thank You Next sim. She's giving Barbie in the best way. Moving on to my favorite Ariana Grande album, which is Positions. I don't know if there is a skipped song for me personally on Positions, but I think my favorite song is POV. Some honorable mentions is every song on the album, but Love Just Like Magic, 3435, especially the remix with Megan Thee Stallion and Doja, and Love Language specifically because of the snippet of an unreleased song at the end of that song. Positions was the only one that I found pretty good CC for, which I'm super happy about because obviously I want my favorite album to be pretty accurate. Starting off with the hair, friend of the channel, Mirror Dreams, came in clutch like he always does with a Positions hair. Are we kidding? This is an old one from him, but like honestly, thank God. Instead of going with the original one, I think I'm gonna go with this one just because I like the color a little bit better. Moving on to Ariana's makeup for this look. It's very iconic. So much serve. I don't know what words to say about it. It's absolutely stunning. She's wearing this like cut crease, but the cut crease also goes up into a wing ring. I don't think I have anything like that. I might have to tattoo it. Do I feel confident in tattooing it though? I actually kind of do. Let's cut this into a speed up and see what I can get done. Hopefully I can figure this out. If I can't, So this was what I was able to do with the paint tool. I actually think it didn't turn out that bad. I did also add a little bit of eyeliner and some lashes, and I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I definitely feel like she's wearing some highlighter, so I am going to add some of that. I feel like Ariana has never been big on blush. I just am not really seeing a lot of it. As for her lips, she's wearing like another matte lipstick. It's like a nude, but almost kind of like a purpley shade. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Let's give her some earrings. She's wearing these like really pretty green flower earrings. They look like this, but I feel like these are a little bit too green. If I can't find anything better, then I will go for those. Oh, those are a better green. And I don't think she's wearing a necklace. So I think with that, this is going to be our positions face all complete. Let's move on to the outfit. Now, this is the only one that I actually have a specific downloaded outfit for because I've actually had this in my game for a very long time. I have always loved this positions outfit. So I think I downloaded it like years ago, but it is just stunning. It's exactly what she has on. I don't know what she has on for shoes. What do I think she'd be wearing with this? I feel like it's got to be either heels or boots. I'm just gonna play it safe and go with some matching heels. As for her nails, she has just another like French manicure, so I'm just gonna give her that. And I think with that, this is going to be our Positions album sim all complete, which leads us into our very last sim slash album, which is going to be Eternal Sunshine. Eternal Sunshine is another no skip album for me. It is amazing. I think my favorite song off it, when it first dropped, I think it was Warm, but I love Hampstead. It's such a good song. I also do love The Boy Is Mine, such a banger, but pretty much every single song on this album is a banger. So obviously Eternal Sunshine bleeds into Ariana's Glinda era. I think I'm gonna base this look off of the album's cover where she's wearing the white dress and she's got the red gloves, red lipstick. But starting with the hair, I have this hair from some CC creator made like a yes and outfit and hair. So I think that's the one that I'm gonna go with. It's pretty perfect. Moving on to Ariana's makeup. It seems to me that she isn't wearing that much makeup in this specific photo set because I think it's because of the red lip. So I'm gonna actually first add the red lip. It's a little glossy, isn't it? This is the one that we have to go with. I'm seeing some bronzer, but not really any blush, which I might use this blush to emulate. And it looks like she's just wearing like a little baby lash. We're doing that one. And as for jewelry, it just looks like to me like she's wearing a little like pearl earring or like a diamond stud of some sort. I'm just gonna go with a little stud like so. And I don't think she's wearing a necklace. So with that, this is gonna be her face all complete. Let's move on to her outfit. She's wearing a cutesy little top. I think I have one in mind that I could use. This one. How perfect is that? And then I actually do have bottoms that come with it as well. How perfect is that? She's also wearing a pair of red tights. So I am going to follow suit. I might go for a darker red. Yeah, better. She has her fingernails painted red and she's wearing a pair of red sheer gloves. I definitely have sheer gloves. Wait, these are like perfect. Yeah, love those. And lastly, she is wearing a pair of like shiny gold or silver heels. Let's go with these. I feel like they fit. And that is going to be our Eternal Sunshine sim, which means we have completely finished making all of our sims. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around all the way till the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Specifically subscribe because I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I had such a blast with this video. Once again, I absolutely adore Ariana Grande. She is my favorite artist of all time. And I know I don't normally do face recreations, but I had to try it for Miss Ponytail. Like I mentioned at the top of the video, if you want to see me create Ariana's Glinda as well as Cat Valentine, you can find that on my Patreon or if you're a YouTube member. If you want to download these sims for yourself, you can find them on the gallery under these hashtags, or my gallery ID is just Ryeua Sim. But before you go and download them off gallery, definitely go check out the description for the custom content list, which will be on my Patreon for free like always, because if you download these sims without without the custom content, they won't look anything like you see here today. While you're down at the description, definitely go check out my other social medias like my Instagram, TikTok, and my Twitch, where I'm live at least 3 times a week. And if you're gonna be purchasing anything Sims from the EA app anytime soon, please consider using code RYEUASIM, as I receive a small commission when you do so. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Bye!